can experience more high quality screen resolution to help the user to see their art and design clearly. Second is the weight. It has a very small and also lightweight because it has 1.2 kilogram and makes the XP pen can carry out around easily. Besides that, the graphic tablet has more than 8,000 level of pen pressure. This can make the display very sensitive if the user wants a lot of control over the strokes. Next is 60 degrees of tilt function can make more comfortable and flexible for the user.
Special features of XP Pen tablet are a red dial interfaces. It is designed for a smooth workflow and optimal efficiency. It can be programmed to zoom in and out, also scroll up and down more easily and accurately. Short keys. It has 8 fully customizable short keys to suit with preferred work. Pen sensitively tilt and naturally display. It supports 60 degrees of tilt function to ensure accurate imitation of a real tilting brush effect, delivering smoother and more natural transition between lines and strokes. Minimal visual distraction. The full laminated IPS display pairs superb color accuracy of 120% RGB with 178 degrees of visual angle and have rich color, vivid images and dazzling details in wider view. PA2 battery-free stylus. Up to 8192 levels of pressure sensitivity, the PA2 battery-free stylus provides you with increased accuracy and enhanced performance to create the finest sketches and lines. Sleek and smart design. The XP Pen Artist 15.6 Pro features a slim 11mm profile with an easily accessible smart screen brightness button. You can easily adjust it to your preferred brightness for comfortable drawing.
To plug your tablet in, take the big cable, get the long end with this small oval-shaped mouth, and plug it into the side of the tablet. There's no up or down on that cable, so plug it in whichever way it's facing. Next, plug the red USB end into the USB extension cord because you will probably need it, and then plug the power block to the end of that. If you don't need the extension cord, you can plug the red end right into the power block. Last, plug the other USB cord and the HDMI cords into your computer. This tablet, like any other tablet with a screen, will not work unless both the USB and the HDMI cords are plugged into your computer. If you have a Mac, you use the white adapter on the HDMI end. When you plug the tablet in, go to xppen.com/download, download the correct driver, I'm using Windows, unzip, double-click, install. Restart your computer, turn the tablet on. Settings. Double-click the desktop icon. The first thing you want to do is click the Calibrate button. A screen appears on your tablet. Press the center of the red X's with your pen. If you feel like it's still off, do it again until you're satisfied. To the side of that is Display Settings, where you can change the color settings of your tablet, and if you're left-handed, rotate the tablet screen 180 degrees so you can pick it up and turn it around to get the buttons out of your way. Express keys is where you can program the shortcut buttons and the scroll wheel. To be able to switch between the scroll wheel modes, set one of the shortcut buttons to KL/KR mode switch. Now when you press that button, the scroll wheel switches to the next setting. The other side of this window allows you to choose your pen shortcut buttons and customize pen pressure. This window needs to be on the tablet, and you have to press inside of it to see the blue pressure test bar appear. Once finished, it's a good idea to save your settings with export configuration. You can load saved settings with import configuration. With that, you're all set. And now for the review. The tablet worked in every program I have, which is a really good sign. It'll probably work in most free painting software too. The product page also says it's compatible with Clip Studio, Coral Painter, Maya, Mudbox, and ZBrush. Since I'm so used to tablets that offer very little pen resistance, I was surprised by how much resistance there is between the pen and the screen due to the special coating on the screen. I think most people will enjoy the resistance versus tablets that have smooth glass surfaces. Personally, I feel like the resistance is a little bit high. The Artist 15.6 Pro is somewhat insensitive, and what I mean by that is you can literally have the pen on the screen and draw a line and it won't show up if your touch is light enough. I'm not a heavy-handed artist, so again, this was a surprise and a bit frustrating right off of the bat, but you adapt to it. Of course, this also means when trying to click things with the pen, sometimes my pathetic tap was not enough to activate it, so I'd have to go back and tap again harder to get the button or whatever it was to go. Once I got past that activation point, the pressure sensitivity was great. As you can see, no problems getting lots of width variation. You just have to press harder than you'd expect if you're used to a different tablet. If you've never had a tablet before, you're probably not going to notice any of what I just said. Of course, the lines aren't perfect, because same with other reasonably priced tablets, there's a little bit of funkiness on the way the line comes to a tip when you're doing really fast strokes. The pen supports tilt. Most artists never use tilt, so it's not a big deal, but it is there. This is what the tilt function does. It lets me change the direction of the brush by tilting the pen in different directions. And you can set the tilt to respond to different things, but that's generally what you use it for. Another little quirk, the default setting for one of the pen buttons is to switch between the pen and eraser. And in Photoshop this works great, but in a lot of other programs it doesn't. So for example in Sai, when you switch to the eraser, you can't switch back to the brush. The problem with this is once you activate eraser mode with the pen button, when you click back to the brush, it might suddenly seem really difficult to make nice strokes. And this is because the pen still thinks it's in eraser mode. Similar problem with Toon Boom. If eraser mode is active, none of your tools work at all. In summary, if your pen is being strange in an art program where the eraser brush pen button doesn't work right, try clicking that button. You might have been in eraser mode without knowing it. Another thing to note, once in the middle of my testing session, the tablet decided it was going to map itself to the other monitor. Restarting the computer fixed the problem. I couldn't get it to happen again, and it hasn't happened since, so yeah. Another interesting tidbit, if you keep your computer on and turn the tablet off, the tablet monitor is still technically live. In a way, this is great, because you can turn the tablet off and back on again and it'll work fine without having to restart your computer, which is an issue I have with certain Wacom tablets. But on the other hand, all of the windows over there stay over there. So you might open Photoshop and it disappears because it's on the other monitor, which is off. You can turn the tablet on and drag things back, or just right-click Display Settings, Show Only on whichever monitor, to get everything back. Just remember to fix your display settings afterward, or when you turn your tablet on, you're not going to see anything.